Good afternoon, ladies and gents. This is the Gaming Kitchen here with another video as an update to what is currently being built in MLB The Show. It is the end of August 31st, 2022. Summer has come and gone. Fall is around the corner. We have seen yet another year of this game go by, and I am now working on my numerous ballparks. So if you're wondering what about this ballpark is Milwaukee County Stadium. Okay? And this version is built to replicate the 70s and 80s version, I would say early 90s as well, version of the Milwaukee Brewers. It is about 99% complete now. I just have to rearrange some stuff, but I want to bring people in to tell people some news. Comment on the recent glitches that is going on with the game's download, patch 15 that came out this week. Talk about that. Talk about the direction in which it is heading into. So the last time we met on here, we talked about the minor league additions that came on and was greatly appreciated by SDS and everything that they did. And the update in which they've now included in this go round is the update of making sure that the game doesn't crash, or certain ballparks that were grandfathered in at the rate of 100 to 130 to 140% would be changed. Some people are now responding to these issues, saying that there are notable glitches that have occurred in this mode, and there are ballpark tiles that are now white. The luxury box aesthetics have changed. There are certain glitches where if you turn the lights off, certain areas of your ballpark will go dark, such as this, for example. So if you're okay with that, then that's where we're at. The other news is I have a TikTok account now. 600 and so followers on there, 6,000 times played and or liked stuff. So if you guys want to follow where I am building new content at and have the more capacity to show it off, be free and feel the need to go over to TikTok and follow the Gaming Kitchen at MLB The Show Stadium Builder. And that's where you will find most of the content, the majority of the content being built. So, what do I have to say about this now? What do I have to say about MLB The Show updating this game yet again and creating more problems than our solutions? I have nothing to say anymore. It's irritating. It's old. It's September. It's almost September. Wake up tomorrow, September. And sooner than later, we'll probably be in a new development cycle for MLB The Show 23. And I cannot express how much disappointment I have had with this game mode, and I have had with SDS this whole entire year, with them basically inadvertently making changes in this game mode, and how neglected this game mode has been, how screwed over the ballpark creator community has been, how delayed we have been, because of these updates that, for whatever purpose, do more harm than good. We have went from building whole maps of ballparks to having our memory taken away to now basically trying to do the best we can within a 100% capacity of our ballparks, and coming up short on a lot of things. So this issue, if you go on Reddit, you will see that a lot of people have complained about the fact that they have dealt with lighting issues. They have dealt with constructive issues, modes that have like random seats, stands that are in the field that ball players have to run into and deal with. I just don't know. I have made numerous videos about my feelings on this whole entire thing. I have made numerous videos over the past 4 or 5 months complaining about the lack of innovation in this mode, and the fact that us as creators in this community basically do a whole lot with very little. They did a great job uploading the content for loading the content for the minor league stuff. Hopefully we get a major league package before this game is all said and done. But overall, this has been a disaster this year. This has been an utter disaster. Starting from the beginning, where your ballparks that were being saved were turned into minor league ballparks, where your game would crash if you would save stuff, this, that, and the third. I don't know what else to say. I think it gets tiresome. I think it gets really tiresome. I think it gets frustrating when you have SDS constantly send out updates that makes the mode worse than what it was before they touched it. There were some glitches before, whereas you couldn't get the max out of your resources and assets and stuff. But I will say the good thing about it is that some of the lighting has been changed. Some of the lighting is good now in this mode. Your scoreboards now have lighting and all those types of things, but it's just been a frustration. It's just been a day late and $1 short. And you have one more full month of baseball, and then everything kicks into the NFL season. And, during that downtime, you like to make a couple of ballparks and stuff like that, but you can't do it because you don't know what else is going to be messed up when they touch this game mode. And I, for the life of me, do not understand why this game mode gets the type of problems that it receives, and I don't know anymore. And frankly, I'm too tired to try and figure it out. So some of the ballparks of mine, which you will probably download, are going to look weird when you turn the lights off for them. The lighting is going to be off. I don't care to fix it. I know if you go on Reddit, you'll find some people who will have like solutions to daisy chain this stuff and make it work. Good for them. I'm just tired. I don't have the time to go into my old ballparks that I spent days, sometimes weeks on, that took hours to think of and took multiple time to deal with, and constantly go back and fix. I got some ballparks I'm going to work on and fix, like Tiger Stadium and Veteran Stadium, but to go back and turn the lights out and try to figure out like what's going on and everything, I don't know. It's just frustrating, and it's the same conversation held over and over and over again about SDS to go out of their way to, I don't know, mess up a good thing. and it's a great thing. Like, we've had some good times this year with building these ballparks and stuff. But it's you can't make content like this and look over your shoulder trying to figure out, like, why can't I build this? Or every time a download comes, you're like, well, why can't I construct this? Why can't I work on this? Why can't I work on that? It's getting frustrating, and it's just tiresome, and it gets old. So if anybody would like to contact SDS and notify them of the glitches and errors that are taking place, it would be much appreciated, much obliged. But I just don't have the time anymore to go out of my way and contact these people. It just gets annoying. Really does. It gets super annoying. Like, it's just, how many more game modes are we going to go through to where we have to get on here and figure out why this is acting the way it's acting, why it's doing what it's doing, why it is what it is. Like, it's just annoying. It really is. Like, one day you turn up, the game mode works perfectly fine, everything's great, everything's peachy keen. And then you go back in and it's like, bleh. Like, I just want to build ballparks. You know what I mean? You know, I feel like I'm getting good at this. I feel like I'm mastering this a little bit. And I just want to build ballparks. You know? It's what I want to do. So anyways, like I said earlier, this is Milwaukee County Stadium. It is almost done. It is almost complete. I have some things in which I need to take away because the memory is screwed up in this game. You know, what are you going to do? But we're down the stretch. Baseball playoffs kicking off. We got some good stuff going with that. And, I'm putting the pillars in, trying to make that work. But I do not know what they can do to add anything to this. It's just frustrating. Now, just to forewarn everybody, the light structure that's going to be in this game is not going to replicate exactly how it looks in real life because SDS did not put in any lights that you can just put on roofs. So there's that. I mean, they do have light structures that you can, one main light structure that you can, but I don't like it because it's too big and it's too clunky. And it's just not, just doesn't look good. So I'm going to make the lights look like this. So I apologize in advance. It's going to mess up the authenticity of the integrity of how everything looks. But other than that, I will say one thing I did like about the new changes, and I will show you guys after I'm done with this ballpark, is that it did make the roofs look like white. So if you guys built what's it called? Cookie cutters, like Rfk Stadium looks fantastic in white. So I have done that for you guys. So now comes a time where I have to start subtracting. And again, guys, I apologize for the quality of this. I apologize for the lack that's going to come with this, but it's just problematic when you have a mode that you love dearly, and you got to keep going back and trying to fix things that you shouldn't be trying to fix. That's just the problem I have with it. But I hope everybody's day is going good. If anybody just joined, thank you for joining. If you want to leave a like or subscribe, please do. I'm more so over there on TikTok these days. uploading content for the stadium building conquest that I am on. It's been a journey. I don't even mess with TikTok, didn't want to mess with TikTok, but it has been fun. I just used it for uploading content for all intents and purposes. And that's that. And it's been a real blast, you know. I might make a future version of this because I would like to make the Milwaukee Braves version of this ballpark, because this is a ballpark that saw a World Series 2 times in its life. One in 1954, I believe. 1955, if I am correct. I could be wrong. Let me look it up because I don't want to be wrong on this. 1957. When did the Milwaukee Braves win the World Series, Google?
The Atlanta Braves won the World Series in 2021.
1957. Yankees. So I would like to make a 1957's version of this ballpark sometime soon. This was a ballpark that was a multi-purpose facility that was used by the Green Bay Packers in between their time at Lambeau Field, which was called City Stadium at the time. So, you know, it's a fun mode. I've had a lot of good fun this year, building and constructing and learning and going out of my comfort zone and building ballparks that, you know, people usually would not have been thought that I could make myself. I got out of my Memorial Stadium comfort zone, and you know, I enjoyed it immensely. And I would suggest anybody who wants to build ballparks and stuff like that to put yourself out there, challenge yourself, study the game, study ballparks and everything, because the history is fantastic in what you can achieve in this. So, I'm trying to kill a little bit of memory here because unfortunately you got to do this. Okay. It's true to believe that, like, the ballpark, the exterior is just as important as the interior when building a ballpark. And that's, you know, I know a lot of people tend to disagree with the philosophy of that you don't want to make, that no one's going to watch this outside. Most of your stuff's going to be inside, but artistically, you're going to know that this is what it looks like inside. You get the full immersion of of whatever you're trying to build and whatever you're working with. And so this is pretty much where your bread's going to be buttered with building ballparks. And, this is where it's going to be at. But again, apologies to anybody who downloads this ballpark and they're like, well, this doesn't, like, the lights on the roof doesn't look like this and the lights on the roof don't look like that. Like, I've tried my best. I tried my hardest to do it. Some stadiums, some ballparks do not mix well with that. Other ones do. I did the best I can. That's it. Very limited resources in this game, and it's unfortunate, but, what are you going to do? Sound Mark, thank you for following. If you have TikTok, be sure to follow me on TikTok, also known as The Gaming Kitchen, and MLB The Show, Stadium Builder. Welcome one, welcome all. Not trying to make today negative or toxic, just trying to keep it real and tell like it is. The fact of the matter is that MLB The Show has had a new download that has kind of turned glitchy. And what we're trying to do right here is do a little bit of movie magic. So, in the words of Bon Jovi, we're halfway there. And now I'm just waiting on a prayer. Or living on a prayer, excuse me. Okay, now I will say a lot of this stuff was easy to do because of the assets that are in there, which again brings forth a great discussion that a lot of your assets makes the game easy. Well, Soundmark, I tell you, I would do Astrodome. Astrodome was one of the ballparks on the list of things I wanted to do this year. I'll tell you why I can't do it. Not that I won't do it, but I'll tell you why I can't do it. And the blame goes to what's it called? The blame goes to SDS for this. I'll tell you why I can't do it. Every ballpark I make, all right, there is a sort of code that I live by when I build a ballpark, okay? The first step in which I have is, if I'm going to build the ballpark, how close to the ballpark can I make it? How close to the ballpark can I make, it look like the actual thing? If I can't do that, then I go with the third thing, which is to what extent that I can bring it close if I don't have the assets to bring it close to. Okay? If I don't have those assets, what can I do to bring it close to that? A lot of you guys saw this firsthand with Memorial Stadium. The third thing, if what I'm adding to this stadium, what I'm adding to this ballpark is what I'm adding going to disrupt the integrity of the design of the ballpark. Meaning that if I can't get everything to look like what it looks like, I'm not going to bother doing it. Thanks, Soundmark. I'm being wordy here, but I'm just trying to let you know so that other people understand as well why I go and do what I do. The reason why I can't do Astrodome, it has nothing to do with the lines and the shapes. I actually might be able to do Olympic Stadium before I can do Astrodome or Kingdome. But the reason why I can't do those is because MLB The Show does not allow the ability to create a dome in stadium building. I have no idea why. I have no idea why they don't, but they will not allow you to build a dome. If you build a dome, this is what happens. And I want to show you guys this so that when you go to other people and you ask them to build things, you understand the game, you understand like what goes into it. I'm going to show you why. Because for starters, the whole dome consists of a circular round, right? You can't access this. Why can't I access this? what exactly violates the poles and everything around here? I can't do anything like this. I can't cover anything. The only thing I can cover is behind the foul pole line. Is behind the batter's eye. So when I go like this, and I'm creating this right here is a hindrance. And so here's where the integrity part comes into play. Okay? All right? I won't keep you long because you guys are probably at work or whatever. But here's where the integrity part keeps into play. Astrodome without a dome is not the Astrodome. Okay? The Kingdome without a dome is not the Kingdome. You know what it is? It's just a cookie cutter stadium without a dome on it. Now, I've made cookie cutters per people's request. I've made Rfk Stadium. I've made Riverfront Stadium. I've made Happy Birthday, Max Brand. I have made Rfk Stadium, Three Rivers Stadium, Riverfront Stadium. I have made Veteran Stadium, which I'm going to go back and do an external redesign of real soon. Now that I know how to do all the rest of this stuff. Old Man 63, I will show you exactly what this new download glitch thing did, I guess. Let me say Milwaukee County Stadium because I'm done with that. Let me show you guys what I've done, what I've been able to pull off. Oh, and Atlanta Fulton County Stadium if you want. So this is RFK Stadium. I'm going to be doing another version of this called DC Stadium, circa 1962. So here's RFK Stadium. In all of its glory and beauty. And so here's what I want to show you guys. This is the new roof. Now, I will say that with this new roof coloring, and I don't know if it's a glitch or not or whatever, but with this new roof coloring, like, look how closer this thing looks to being RFK Stadium. Like, this is beautiful now. I have gone back in there and I have done some tweaks. I have 98% left. I'm not fully done with this version yet. But let's show you. And this is another thing I wanted to show people. I didn't get to show in the TikTok videos. I made the National Mall. Old Man 63, I don't know if you're here or not, but I made the National Mall. I have the Lincoln Memorial hand built back there. I have the reflection pool built back there. I have the Washington Monument built back there, and the Capitol. Okay, they are all accurately placed to the best of my abilities. And here's RFK Stadium, circa 2005 to 2007. I will be making an RFK Stadium built from the 60s, so that's coming soon. But look at this. That's what the new roof does with this thing. Like, look how beautiful that roof is now compared to the cookie cutters that you got. That's beautiful. Okay, here it is at nighttime. Okay. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. It's not. Yeah, Max. I will be making that soon. So no need to fret. I will be making that soon. But here it is at nighttime. You know. That's that. I'm gonna show you guys. I've been busy. Like I've been making some ballparks, man. Like, it's not, you know. Once I'm done with Milwaukee County Stadium, which is coming soon, I redid Memorial Stadium for all you Oriole heads. As myself, I redid Memorial Stadium to be more included. This is the definitive model. So as you can see, I redid the neighborhood and stuff. The one thing that is different here is the lighting that they put in the parking lots. You have lighting, I would say, right here, which is kind of nice. It looks really nice. So I probably would redo that, but I can't. I don't have the memory. But what I did do with this model is I did bring the towers back in. This is based on the 1991 model, which is the definitive model of Memorial Stadium, with the building added on to and everything. So I took the liberty to go back, make the street look a little bit neater and cleaner. These new trees, plants and stuff, bushes and everything. The neighborhoods and stuff I brought through. The white row homes, obviously I have changed. All of this looks pretty much different. And one thing they did change in all of this is they did change the coloring schematics on the owner's boxes and stuff. So I have to go in here, see like what is different, see if I can change these rows, because the rows for the most part creates a glitch where some parts are darkened out. So I'll show you guys this as well. So there's some pluses and there's some negatives to this as well. It's like all this right here is dark, and I need to find out how to get rid of that. If anybody has an answer to how in the world to get rid of that, I would be much appreciative of that. They did light up those boxes and stuff like that. These video boards are now illuminated and such. Out here, I did add the bullpen area, grass. I changed this area from the dining to replicate what it looked like on the Clem map. Outfield hill has been added. There used to be a ramp or something out there in the outfield facing the scoreboard. I took what memory I had for that. Added bushes, trees, most of those things. Yeah, the light angle, man, right. But I feel like it's been there before, and it's been a doozy before, so, Ebbets Field, as you guys seen before, I have made and created. Hopefully nothing bad has happened with this one. The lighting does look a lot better. It is a little bit more reflective. This is one I really worked hard on and love creating. So you have all of this illuminated, created, and stuff. So you may be right. It may be a lighting issue or something. It just may be. But this is Ebbets Field, recreated as accurate as possible. Okay. So if you guys want to see the rest of the cookie cutters, I'm gonna show them off. I don't want to keep you guys too long because I do want to wrap up. Do I have a problem with people downloading your stadium and re-download it under? I mean, old man, yeah. But I remember talking about this like some time back, and I'm like, like, what are you going to do? It's like, I think like there should be, oh yeah, I also want to show you guys this Cleveland Stadium. I have to redo the other ones, but this was a more definitive model. Yeah, I have an issue with it, and I'll tell you why I have an issue with it. Oh, one thing else they did, they raised the water level up here. They made it a lot thicker, so I'm going to have to go back in here and edit some of this stuff. But this was the lake thing. Yeah, I have an issue with it. I'll tell you why I have an issue with it. if people are going to download other people's stuff, right? If you're going to download other people's stuff and you're going to re-upload it, then what you should do is you should have the ability to make it better. If you're going to re-upload it and make it better. Like last year when I did a couple of restoration projects, right? Like I took a lot of people's ballparks that were almost on the verge of getting done, right? They looked good. They were missing some things. LA Coliseum needed some work. And some other ballparks needed some work. And I took them over and I redid them. And I noted that, hey, look, this isn't my original stuff. I didn't just create this thing. Like I put the work in for it. But it's all about intentions for me. I think like once you get into that world of, I want to show you guys Riverfront Stadium as well. I feel like once you guys get into that world of art and creation and stuff, that when you get into that world, look how much that white makes this thing look good. You know what I mean? Like, look at that. Like, that's amazing. I feel like once you get into that world of creating stuff, if you don't put a license down, if you don't put a trademark down or anything, people are just going to go take your stuff. Like, I do photography. I've made a lot of great pictures, and the reason why I made a lot of great pictures was because I got sick and tired of downloading other people's wallpaper or paying for pictures, and I was like, well, I'm talented. I can do this myself. I don't necessarily need other people to come in and, provide something that I can do. And if you don't put your initials on stuff and you don't put like trademarks or anything like that, people are seriously going to take your stuff and pass it off as their own. Ballparks, to me, in all intents and purposes, in my all honest opinion, is, for the most part, they're works of art. They're pieces of work that, you should, if you're going to download somebody's stuff, like, I can't stop you from downloading my stuff, but if you're going to, like, download it and you're going to make a new version of it, like, somebody downloaded my Riverfront Stadium and they made a synergy field, like, where they cut out the other stuff on it. And, by the way, here's Three River Stadium. I'll show you guys this too, where they trimmed off a section of it and they put the construction stuff in there, which I think is cool. But the way it was done, the manner it was done, and the way it was done just looks crappy, and it looks rushed, and it looks inauthentic. And it could have been done a lot better if it was just given some time, and some effort in it. I think I ran into a big hullabaloo with some dude on Reddit some time back because he wanted to download my Ebbets Field, and he wanted to make it be some he downloaded my Ebbets Field and he wanted to add something new to it. And I was like, okay, cool, like, go right ahead. Like, if you feel like you can add something new to it and you can do something, by all means, go right ahead, do what you got to do. And so he parades this ballpark around like it was something good, and I'm like, you didn't do anything. It's like all you did was delete the buildings. And he said, oh, it's more natural to have grass around than what it is concrete and stuff like that. And I said, they're in Brooklyn. Like, they're in Brooklyn. Like, there's the, like, what are you talking about? They're in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't understand that. He got all hissy fit and got mad at me because I criticized him. I said, well, you didn't really add anything to the picture. You know, you didn't add anything, bro. So, sorry. I can't just sit up there and let you, whatever. Like, it is what it is. People are going to do what they're going to do, but, that's my take on it. I feel like at some point, like, if, so this right here is Busch Stadium, too. This is the more well-known version of this ballpark. And so I have created it to its full extent. I see dozens of my ballparks, old man, I see dozens of my ballparks added to, this is at 107%. This is such garbage. All right, but whatever. I've seen dozens of my ballparks added to the vault and everything, and I see like people, re-upload the stuff. It's like, what are you gonna do? Like other people know like my stuff and they know like what I create and how I create it, so I'll just go with that. But like, yeah, man, you got scumbaggy people out here in this world, dude. It's just what they do. They take your stuff, they send it off, they pass it off as new. But the crazy thing about it is like the people who do that, like I never see them like online somewhere taking credit for all of that. So it's like, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. It's just that in life, like I got bigger fish to fry these days. I got a whole battle and stuff to combat with and fighting people over, fighting people over this stuff just ain't worth it anymore. So it's like, whatever. So this right here is Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. So for all you Atlanta Braves fans, this one's made in the most purest form of ballpark authenticity as possible. This was replicated after the 1995 World Series win season. So if you look out, you won't see it in the ballpark. But one thing I like to do is I like to add little treats to people who download my stuff and who are fans of their ballpark. So a lot of times I will put stuff in a ballpark that you probably won't be able to see in game, but you'll see it in Stadium Builder mode. So right here to the exact accurate location, I have placed Turner Field, which at the time was built for the Olympics in Atlanta. So I have this going with some dump trucks, some excavators, caterpillars, and concrete, wood planks, stuff like that, and dirt. So I also made a 74 version of this ballpark, which is to Hank Aaron hitting 715 home runs. So I took care of my Braves fans with this. And you see, I put the city of Atlanta over there. Also have the Georgia Dome as well. So, pay attention to detail. I got you guys' backs. I look out for you. Let's see what else we got going on here. I've gotten comments from MLB The Show a couple of times on TikTok and stuff. So, I did Candlestick Park. If any of you are curious about that, you can download that. Take a look in there. Yankee Stadium has been redone. We can take a look at that if you must. I've been busy. I've been working on a lot of stuff. I've been doing like a lot of private stuff with like articles and other jobs and everything. So it's a little difficult to try and get everything coordinated and in sense to where it needs to be. But here we go with this. Here. I think what I could do is lower that Yankee Stadium seating capacity. But I think it works for this one. I did last year. I might this year. I think when things start to dwindle down and everything, because I got a few more ballparks to make after this, and I'll see how everything goes. But I might. If there's a demand for it, if there's a need for it, I'll probably do it. But I will say, look how beautiful this Yankee Stadium has turned out to be. Like, this is the lighting. Lighting is no joke, man. I like how the scoreboard lights up. All this stuff lights up. So this is to replicate the 1960. Yeah, I'll do something with it. I'll do something. It'll probably be in September though, which is tomorrow. It'll probably be like mid-September. So don't hold me to it too fast. But I'll be working on it. So this is 61 Yankee Stadium. This was recreated. Then I also redid it again to add on some extensions for this. And so one thing you will be pleased to know is that I looked at the movie 61, tried to replicate all the stuff that was on there. I made the outfield blue. You know. And so this is what you got. So this was created before I was able to do the water. Because if I had my way, to be honest with you, I would add water right on this other side and then just add the polo grounds like behind there or something. But, you know, you're not going to see it in the game, so. Let's see, what else did I create? What else did I create? I hope they do. I hope they do. I hope they educate themselves about baseball and ballparks and stuff like that, and you know, get accustomed to it. So Kaminsky Park, this is one I created a long, long time ago. Which I believe in some way, shape, or form has been grandfathered in. 130%, there's no way I could create this thing now. I'll be really honest with you. There's no way I would ever be able to create this right now. I would have to go back in here and edit some stuff and see like what is possible to do. But I played on this version for the first time yesterday, and it was a beautiful sight to be seen. Like the colors and everything are very vibrant in here. I did the best I could to replicate this thing. You know, so everything's illuminated, everything's all lit, and you know, this is my body of work. If you guys like it, if you guys love it, great, thank you. You know, be sure to let SDS know about it. Hopefully they can probably hire me and bring me on for consultation. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap up this ballpark here because I want this ballpark done. It's taken a long time to get done. So, all right. So, we're at a whopping 99%, ladies and gents. And you know what that means. That means that now it is time to add what I can add and walk out of here with whatever dignity I have left. So here we go. So last time I checked, we were making the ballpark. Now, if anybody downloads this and wonders why I made the backdrop red, if you look if you look at the seats and the gates around the seats, the fences and stuff, they're red. And unfortunately, the frames around that, I can't necessarily make that color. So this is the best. Well, old man, I tell you what, man. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for stopping by here. Thank you so much for stopping by, dropping by, supporting this content. This isn't monetized. This isn't anything like that. Haven't been monetized for a long time, since Apocalypse. But it's much appreciated. Be safe on your job. Kick ass on your job, man. I'll catch you around sometime. So this is it. This is pretty much Milwaukee County Stadium. I got to change the seat colors because the seat colors are green and green and red. So we'll just make it red. Okay. So what's the next thing we need to do? I didn't expect it either. Honest to goodness, I didn't expect to build a lot of this stuff. But once I started uploading my stuff on TikTok, I started getting people that were asking for all of this stuff. Man, can you build Rfk Stadium? Can you build Atlanta Fulton County? I was like, man, I don't feel like doing none of this crap. Like, look, I got in this to build a couple of things. I like to focus on some of my stuff and, leave it at that. But as time went on, I started saying, I was like, damn, you know what? Like, I need to start challenging myself because I do it in my daily life. Every day. I like to challenge myself. I like to test my mental fortitude to see, like, what can I come up with? What can I create? How can I create it? And then this came into play, and I was like, well, okay, let's see what I got. Let's see what I got. Let's see what I can roll with. And here it is. So I really want to do a 57 version of this because of the Milwaukee Braves. It's not perfect, but I'm proud of it. I hope people enjoy it as I have enjoyed making it. I'm not done yet because what I got to do now is I got to create this, the outside of it. So if you guys want to stick around and see this wrapped up, much obliged to you. Thank you for sticking by and supporting. Veteran Stadium is going to be redone too. I like to do championship years or significant years, Max. Like for Atlanta Fulton County, I did 1974. I like to do that. This ballpark right here is good too if you guys download rosters and stuff. Also, if you're on operationsports.com, be sure to share the work. Let them know, because a lot of them do custom ballpark, custom rosters. And if they want to play rosters and stuff in these stadiums, let them know there's one built for them. Let them know, to the best of my abilities. So, all right, we're going to get this started. One of the most difficult things to do in this game mode is to create, and I'm sure a lot of you know this, is to create the surrounding area known as this. Now, this is what gets me in trouble because you have to sacrifice one thing or the other. You either pay attention to detail in your ballpark and forego detail in your surroundings, or you put a lot of detail in your surroundings and forego that. So we have 99% left here. Let me show you. Let me see what I can do here. So I'll be over here looking at Milwaukee County Stadium's okay. So yeah, Milwaukee County Stadium, it looks to be like in a full parking lot space, which is what I got right here. Okay. So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this parking lot straightened out. Okay. 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 So I'm probably not going to be able to do the highway. I'm probably not going to be able to do the road or anything like that due to this 99%. And this 99% is a gracious 99% because, boy, I tell you what. All right, here we go. Where's the Greenland? I'll see what I can do. I mean, it doesn't hurt me one iota, like if I can't. I also need to know if there is a lake nearby. Let's see what we can do here. So with 99%, this is what I could pull off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six mounds. So this is what I could pull off with that. Okay. All right, so I got 99% to spare. Give me me a second, guys, so I can look online and see what I can pull on here. Let's see what I can get here. What blew my mind about Major League Baseball, that movie, is that Major League Baseball 1 and 2 both filmed the then Cleveland Indians in every single ballpark except their own ballpark at the time. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see if there is a river. Let's see if there is a river. So this is all in real time, ladies and gents. Like, you guys are seeing this create as I am creating it. Okay. Original home plate of Milwaukee County Stadium. Okay. All right, let's see if there's any rivers or anything out there. So this looks to be built inland. Okay, so we ain't got to worry about that. Alright, so ladies and gents, this is what I am going to do. Those are like power lines. Oh, wait, I know what I'm missing. I know what I'm missing. I'm missing the most iconic thing of this thing. No, that's not going to work. I wish there was like a blue cylinder I could just use. I wish there was a blue cylinder, but I can't do that. Tower radio guy. Oh boy. Well, it's not gonna look like the original one, guys. It's not gonna look like the original one. But I guess this is the case where anything's better than nothing. Okay? Anything's better than nothing. Because I have no clue how to do a cylinder like that. So, what do you guys think? Huh? Because I feel like I can add something else to it to try and make it look a little, this is the wheelbarrow. This is the beer barrel, by the way, which I tried to, yeah, it's not. You know, I'll be honest with you, Max. I have to seriously get to a point with my work altogether. I have to get to a point with my work that it is what it is. You know what I mean? That you cannot work with what you don't have, and you can't be upset over what you do have. You know? You gotta just be at peace with what is. I will say there were some vehicles and cars that used to be through there, though. Let me see if I can get something like that going. Let me see if I can. It's like a car or something there. I can like put it. There's like open space or something. What would that be? Will that work? Let's see if I can get some. Okay, what we got here? All right, we got one bus. One bus. We got a satellite dish that I can put in. I mean, yeah, it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you gotta, at some point in life, you gotta. I used to hate that cliche word. I used to hate that cliche that would always say, it is what it is. I used to hate that. You know, I used to not like that saying because it was just dismissive. And, you know, it seemed like it was just a give up tenic type of thing. And I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. You know, if you build, you know, the Washington Monument from a game that gives you very limited resources, the one positive note is that, hey, they lend you a Capitol building. You know, what you do with afterwards is up to your imagination and your, you know, your capacity, and that's that. You know, what you do with it afterwards is up to you. Let me see what I can do here. All right, here we go. Sleep, 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 sleep. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, that's taken care of by a couple of pictures. You know what I mean? All right, so there's that. All right. We got a couple of tents out here in the some furnishings. Got some. What we got here? Tower radio small. Is there any radio towers in the building? What we got here? Got a hill on the other side. Got two tents. We got on this side. People walking. Let's see what we can do right now. Should put some tents here. Let's see, put some tents. Let's see, we got some trees I can put around here on the other side. That's also what they had here. But no, like, you know, Max got a point. It's like, at some point, you just gotta, like, say, what the hell? It is what it is. Like, you built a great stadium, you built a great ballpark, like, just let it go. You know? It is what it is, man. You know? It is what it is. There's no trees around there. I put a tree around the other side. Well, I tell you what, man. Max, I don't know what possessed me this year because you've been with me from the get-go. Most of my ballparks look trashy when I first started out. Like, there was so much, like, some of even the ballparks I redid this year were a little bit different. But somehow, like, I have legitimately started to tap into, like, just where I'm at in art and just got better at it. Like, that, it's crazy. Like, people ask this all the time as to, like, like, what can you do to make your ballparks better, to build your ballparks better and stuff like that. Ultimately, I just simply say, like, you just got to keep going at it. You just got to keep doing trial and error. Like this year, I literally took it upon myself. I said, I'm not going to borrow people's previously done work. And, this time around, I'm going to work on my own stuff. I'm not going to do any refurbishes or anything. I'm going to do what I can do. And if I can do it, fine, so be it. If I can't, then, yeah, maybe I'll take a look at a refurbish or something. But, it's a lot of, like, inspirations. It's a lot of, like, taking inspiration into an account. Well, thanks, Max. I mean, like, to me personally, like, this community, this ballpark community means nothing if we don't have people who work together and try to make something, be something out of this. And at the end of the day, it's like we all have our differences and, like, what we do at ballparks. And there has been a lot of people who, they were here with the ballparks and everything, like in MLB 21, that are not here today. They either gave up on it because it was too complex. They tried to do some stuff and it just wasn't there. But for whatever it is, for all intents and purposes, they just moved on with life. And I just happen to be the one that's still here. I started out, being determined to want to make Memorial Stadium because no other game modes had it, no other ballparks had it. And it was just something on me that I wanted to work with. I'm forever thankful to people who want to come by here and view this stuff. Like, it's really, it's really touching, and it's really really appreciative. So yeah, whoever wanted that Hall of Fame ballpark, I will be working on that. It will probably be around probably like the second week of September or so, second or third week, once I get, like, all the stuff out the way, and then you guys can play it online if you want to and everything like that. So, I gotta put something out here. It look like greens. I mean, God. Yeah, so. Actually, it looks terrible. I'll just probably put something like that there. This grass looks terrible, by the way. It looks sick. I've never met yellow grass a day in my life. It just looks terrible. But I've never used it before, so I'll just use it again in some format or something. All right, look, I gotta put a building out here. Well, there we go. Unable to save due to exceeded maximum. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So what you guys just witnessed right there is the new feature that's been added to make sure that you don't save over 100%, even though that right there did 100%. So basically what's going on, yes, they're finally coming down and figuring out like what led to this whole debacle with the memory stuff. Me personally, like I said before, guys, and I'll say it again, I'm over it. I have no intentions whatsoever of speaking out on it in a negative way that I have before. Oh, wait, now I know how to do the grid. Cool. The grid is also pretty good, too, because the grid will help you coordinate a lot of stuff if you want to. Let's see if this saves again. Due to exceeded memory. Lordy mama. They serious about it. Okay. Alright. I am going to upload this to the... I'm going to get off here. I'm going to upload this to the vault. We're going to do some test footage with it. And then... I gotta connect online. So here's the thing. This is my last request this season for MLB The Show, both for 22 and for 23. I promise I'm not going to bring it up again because it's pointless. But here's what I'll bring up. This mode has a lot of potential, okay? This mode has a lot of potential to it. This mode has a lot of quality to it that if given the chance and given the proper assets, such as the minor league assets and hopefully the major league assets, you're going to see a mode that is going to be rivaled next to any mode. Because I tell you something, guys, Madden sure ain't got it. Back in the day, your boy would be playing Madden right now. I don't really mess with it no more. I don't even buy it no more. This is where I focus. And I go to real football games. So, you know, this right here. Well, that's a shame they don't have the Road 93. Home 93. Anyways, this is where it's at, and if they are serious about I'll download it if it's free. If it's for free, I'll download it. I'm not paying for it. I don't believe in buying mediocre products. Like, that's just, you know. And there are people out here who will buy that game and they'll go on YouTube and they'll do the custom MUT packs. And you know what? Since I'm on right now, I might as well just give my 2 cents about Madden. Okay? Since I played Madden, I've done a lot of Gaming Kitchen episodic pieces in about 7 years ago on like microtransactions and stuff like that and everything. And here's my final take on Madden. I have not purchased Madden since Madden 21. And the reason why I purchased Madden 21 was simply because the reason why I purchased Madden was simply because of the fact that Lamar Jackson, who is a quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, also a team I'm a fan of, was on the cover. And I wanted to get the Legendary Edition, the MVP Edition, and get him on there and get that going and hold on to it just in case if I need like an autograph or something like that. That being said, like, I have no intentions whatsoever of posting any more game footage of that thing, of buying anything with it. You know, if I have an Xbox Series X, if I can download it and for free and play it, yeah, I'll entertain it. But I'm not going out of my way to pay for that. I'm 34. Next year I'll be 35. Halfway to 40. A lot of people in my generation older remember a time when Madden was worth waiting for. They remember when Madden was worth staying up for. They remember when Madden used to have release parties and all that type of stuff and everything. Those days are done. It's an unoriginal game. It's a game now where you have people who spent most of their time creating YouTube accounts to appease a poor product because they want to be in EA's favor. That's something I'm not a fan of. As much as I love SDS and I love MLB The Show, I will criticize SDS and I will criticize MLB The Show when they deserve it. I don't care about endorsements. I don't care about any of those things. If that means I lose out on stuff, then I lose out on stuff. So be it. But when you have people like that, they enable a trash product. And Madden is, at this point now, a trash product. And it sucks that it's like that. Because Madden, the main creation of Madden, the main purpose of Madden, was to make an 11-11 simulation football game. And they have not, since NFL 2K5, produced a good, viable product. They have not. They're not going to. They have no need to. They have no reason to. What really messed up Madden a long time ago was the inclusion of MUT, which came into play with Madden 13. Now, I like Madden 13 because that was the year that my Ravens won the Super Bowl. But other than that, it was a trash game that was redone from Madden 12, which was a great, great Madden. For the more current version of Madden, that was the best. Okay? They came out, they redid something that didn't need to be redone, all for the purpose of MUT. Okay? MUT legitimately ruined Madden. And that's what I talk about in MLB The Show and all these sports games nowadays, where the issue at hand is putting in a game mode that neglects every single purpose and every single thing that sports games stood for a long time ago. When I grew up in a time when you had Madden, you had NFL Game Day, you had NFL Fever, you had those weird here today gone tomorrow football, like NFL Prime Time and all that type of stuff. You had NFL Quarterback Club. You had a lot of products out there, and some of them weren't good, and some of them were here today gone tomorrow. But the ones that really did stand out at the cream of the crop at the turn of the 21st century, 20th into 21st century, was Madden, NFL 2K, and NFL Fever. Okay? That's what really stood out. All right? When Madden got that exclusive license, they got the exclusive license because NFL 2K sold their game for $19.99. That's what really pissed the NFL off. The NFL didn't want to deal with that no more because they didn't want to have their product being sold the way that they wanted it. They wanted to sell it $69.99, $75, and all this type of stuff, and you play a game that is neutered and not the way it was. So this is what you get now. You get a yearly made product that, for all intents and purposes, is the same product that was before. You have a product that doesn't have referees on the field. They have no immersive stadium. The graphics are A-OK. The game is glitchy, probably running on the same engine it ran on from 20 years ago. And But it's okay because you got 14 YouTubers out here now and Twitchers who are making money off of MUT cards. MUT cards killed Madden. And people like them do a huge disservice to that game. So why change? Why change? If you sell a game for $70 at the end of the day, and at the end of the day for $70 you get about $100 to $900 to $2,000 back from here till July, selling the same game, and you can make a residual income based upon the fact of cards and MUT. Why would you change it? So that's my issue with Madden. I'm not buying it anymore because it's just the age of 34. This is where the game is at. This is where the game is at. You know what I mean? And I've made videos on it. I made videos on it. I made a whole bunch of things on it. And frankly, no thank you. Like, I mess with the show as much as I complain about the show. Like, I like the show because at least the show gives me an opportunity to enjoy somewhat of an experience with a baseball game. You know, I get the ability to create ballparks, even though that mode is a little lacking and sometimes glitchy. I get the ability to create things in which I've never created before, or what I always wanted to create, and I have that ability. Madden used to have the ability to create a stadium, used to be able to create a team, used to be able to have classic teams, used to be able to have all that stuff. Nowadays, it's just a bare bone game. I mean, like, nobody got time for that, dude. Life is way too short. Shoot, speaking about that, I know what I just forgot. I gotta find out what foul poles this game has. I think my thoughts on Gunnar Henderson. I think Gunnar Henderson had more hits last night than that atrocious Orioles lineup. And they can play around all they want to. They'll be missing the playoffs this year if they don't put him up there. He's supposed to have gotten a call up tonight, him and DL Hall. And they need to just call them all up, and they need to have these boys just get this chemistry going. We need to get into the playoffs and see what we can do. Because there is no way on God's green earth that it is acceptable to have a baseball team that racked off 10 straight wins out of the blue get shut down to just having one hit in a baseball game. Like I said in the previous stream, and I'll say it in this one, the GM heads in this great big nice little town called Baltimore need to make up their minds. You know, you guys want to rebuild, that's cool. But the main portion of the rebuild was to call up the people who were the fruits of the rebuild. Like, I don't care about Rufnet Odor. I don't care about, most of them, because a lot of them, for all intents and purposes, are basically just, they're just placeholders. And they can't hit. None of those players last night could hit. None of them are patient at the bat. Mountcastle, his days are numbered. That's why they call up Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar Henderson's going to be first base. He's going to be first with an option of third. Mountcastle needs to watch his back because Mountcastle can't hit. Mountcastle has Adam Jones syndrome. As much as I love Adam Jones, I think he was great as an Orioles player. He has Adam Jones syndrome. Every time he gets up to bat, he swings at anything and everything. It's like you can't stay in the lineup for long when you are swinging at anything. That's why Brett Phillips. Everybody wants to talk about how nice a guy Brett Phillips is. I was like, look, that's great. Brett Phillips can bake a pie and donate to charity. He's batting 166. He's not going to stay up here for long, and that's just the case. Look, man, like, I'm 34, but you know what? Like, 34 years ago, somebody was 34. You know, how old are they now? Probably in their late 60s or 70s or so. Like, tomorrow ain't guaranteed to anybody. I know everybody loves to lose and has this loser mentality where it's like, oh, well, we shouldn't even be here, and all this type of crap. Hey, look, man, look. The winning that people are talking about could be happening right now. But you got to put the players in place that want to play and want to make them do what they got to do. So if you care about the rebuild, okay, cool. I care about the rebuild too. Bring up Gunnar Henderson. The next person they need to bring up is Grayson Rodriguez. Call him up. How many games in Norfolk does this guy need to play before he's ready to go? Call him up. Let's see what their foul balls look like. Okay. All right, let's get their foul poles right. That's the last thing I got to do. All right. Okay. All right, we got the foul poles. Dude, I saw Gunnar Henderson earlier this year down in Bowie. Most of the players I've seen at Bowie this year get called up. Gunnar Henderson, like, I saw that boy play. That dude hit major league home runs. Stowers is up here. Rutschman is up here. Henderson is up here. Let's go. This whole oh, well, we're gonna win by by 2023 and 2024 and 20. Dude, look, man, the way the world is going, don't nobody know where they're gonna be at. Okay, don't nobody know where they're gonna be at. But I tell you right now, where I'm at right now, I'm alive. I want to see some wins. Okay, what are they? 2.5, 2 games out of the wild card. Like, there is no excuse to have professional baseball players in a lineup and none of them get a hit. And this has been Mountcastle's issue for the longest time. Mountcastle has bases loaded, 2 on base, 1 on second, 1 on third, and this boy will just swing it ground balls. I liked Adam Jones. Adam Jones was the same exact way. They have this beer league syndrome, where you just swing at anything and everything. And it's like, you look at Rutschman and you see like Rutschman's discipline at the plate, and Rutschman ain't perfect. Rutschman will strike out. Rutschman will go 0 for 3, in a count sometimes. But you know what? Like, for the most part, that dude has plate discipline. It's just we need to get. The biggest issue with the Orioles is as follows. You got players on this team that are straight up bums. Okay? They keep shipping out this Chirinos dude. Every time Chirinos is in the lineup. And I know Orioles fans don't want to hear it because they all like to drink the orange Kool-Aid, especially these cultists that are in these little sports groups out here on social media. They don't want to hear it, but Chirinos needs to be DFA'd. I'm tired of Chirinos. Every time Chirinos goes out there, okay, and he's the catcher, they lose. It's a sure bet. It's a sure bet. Until I'm proven wrong. It's a sure bet. Chirinos is a nightmare. That dude cannot win to save his life. I don't know who put a curse on him. I don't know who put a hex on him. That brother can't win. You average 1 hit. They could have won against the Astros. They could have swept the Astros. There are dozens of games that this baseball team leaves on a diamond that they could walk away with and win. And winning a series is nice. Like, going 2 out of 3 is pretty good. And that'll probably equate to like 90 wins or something like that. But, exactly at what point are you going to just strap down and say, look, like, the Dodgers just got to 90 wins. You can catch the Yankees. Like, the Yankees are not the same team they were at the beginning of the season. And more likely, they're probably going to be a first-round exit or a second-round exit when they get into the postseason. Why not us? But just as usual with every Baltimore team, and I know because I'm going to go through with the Ravens this year. I'm going to be sitting up here in October, November, or possibly December saying, well, this team needs to lose this, and if this team loses here, we're going to get into the playoffs. And I'm like, no team from this city knows how to handle their own business. Playoff teams don't get one hit. Like, it just doesn't happen. They don't get one hit. They actually do something about it. Oh man, I know I messed up. You know what I messed up on? This is what I try not to do. I didn't put my scoreboards in. That's where I messed up. I didn't put my scoreboards in. All right, I'm gonna keep this tree. I'm gonna keep this tree. I'm gonna get rid of this tree. Don't worry. They called up Gunnar Henderson. They called up Henderson. And don't worry. They called up Henderson. They got this one dude that was playing on the Marlins. That's a first baseman that's down in the minors. They're going to put a little heat under Mountcastle. Because Mountcastle needs to produce, and he's not producing at all. He has power, but he lacks plate discipline. He doesn't have plate discipline. And like, what's the point of having plate discipline if you can't hit for crap? You know what I mean? Clone prop, snap to the ground. Okay, there we go. It was a little glitchy. A little glitchy there for a second, senor. Yes, sir. It was a little glitchy there for a second. A little hot on the cakes there, buddy. Hey, bro, all I know is Orioles fans got a taste of winning. And they're not going to take this crap no more with this whole, like, you know, rebuild, we need to wait, we need to be patient type of stuff. Like, yo, save that for your moms. Ain't nobody got time to be hearing that crap. So, nobody got time for that. Like, you know, like Mountcastle needs to start hitting. And if he don't, then, hey, his ass gets replaced. It's like, I'm just keeping it a buck, man. Like, people got bills, dude. You know, like, people got bills, okay? And, you know, this whole, like, I'm going to go to the ballpark and, like, I'm going to go see my team play. People don't pay, like, $50, $100 for moral victories. You know, that whole moral victory stuff, that stuff gets tiresome. Bro, all they got to do, all it comes down to, and I'm going to keep it a buck, is these teams got to start winning. You know, you got baseball teams out here that then gone like 50 years without a World Series title, 40 years without a World Series title, all this stuff. And it's like, yo, at some point, man, like, y'all got to start winning. You know? The Orioles been rebuilding since 1983. Ain't nobody trying to hear that crap no more. Ain't nobody trying to hear it no more, dude. It gets old and it gets tiresome. Nobody's trying to hear it no more. You know? Again, there is no excuse. There is no excuse as to why there is there's no excuse as to why you have a Major League Baseball team basically crap the bed like they did last night and get one hit against the Guardians. And they're like, oh well, you know, they had a young major league pitcher who hasn't. I don't care about none of that stuff. Look, y'all racked off 10 straight wins. Y'all can't hit. So if you can't hit, that's nice. We're going to bring in some people who can hit. And it's going to be just that simple. Just that cut and dry. All right, I need to get... Shit, it is just that. It is just that cut and dry, my guy. My guy. Just that cut and simple. See what they got here. They got to call them up before September 1st. They won't be on the playoff roster. I think they can get into the playoffs. It's just they need to bring in some players that are going to be worth a darn to play. And Mountcastle has been having these issues for this whole entire time. This boy is chasing a ghost. You know, he's swinging at flies out there at plate. And then he call up these players that are actually going to do something or are actually going to make it work. Because, again, I'm not getting any younger. I'm not getting younger. I don't care to hear about rebuilds. Like, these little 5-year-olds and stuff that are out here, like, yeah, that's great on them. They're going to enjoy it, but what about me? Shoot, I'm old, dude. All right, that equals to 100. I'm gonna have to dig deep, boys. I'm gonna have to see what we got in here. Oh, look at this. This can go. That can go. Inside these buildings here. What we got? People want to ask me, how do I build these ballparks the way I build them? You know what I mean? Like, this is what I do. It's called sacrifice. You know, it's called it's called if you want to have a ballpark with like 5 trees around it, that's fine, as long as it doesn't take out your as long as it doesn't take out your entire like status, you're okay. But let's see if I can get this straight to I mean, like, look, dude, call me crazy. I believe in my baseball. I believe in my teams. I think every year the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl. I think every year the Caps are going to win the Stanley Cup. I think every year the Orioles are going to win the World Series. I think every year the Wizards are going to win the NBA Finals. I wouldn't be a fan if I didn't think otherwise. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, let's see what this looks like at nighttime. So that's that for me. What I say is this. Closing out this baseball year with MLB The Show. Excuse me. I would like to see them put a few more assets in here, major league assets, if possible. And more light options. I would like to see that from them. I would like to see them, do some stuff that that would help make this mode better moving forward. Will it happen? Probably not. But, All right, so it's no save size. Okay, cool. All right, boys and girls, this is Milwaukee County Stadium, home of the former Milwaukee Braves and former home to the Milwaukee Brewers. So there we go, built in all of its glory and entirety. So I'll be doing some future versions later on. We got a 54 version of Memorial Stadium coming. We have new versions of to me, Max, like, you've been with me for a while. You've heard what I had to say about the Major League assets and stuff. But it's like, this mode, like, stadium builders such as myself, we've done a great job with very little. Can you imagine what we could do if we had more? I don't think they're ever going to get the memory thing straightened out and fixed. That's just a crap shoot and a S-hole in its own. But give us a bone. Give me something. Give me something. So with that, ladies and gents, I'm going to upload this ballpark. Now, this ballpark is done. Ignore the other version that's been uploaded. This is going to be re-uploaded. It's going to be a video made for it. I will upload it to TikTok, and that will be about that. Folks, ladies and gents, boys and girls of all ages, thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you very much for talking, conversing with me. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'm going to get ready and head to the gym. Be awesome to others. Hopefully others will be awesome to you. Be kind to others. Hopefully others will be kind to you. Never stop. Always find people who like your dreams and you like their goals. I will catch you guys next time. Be kind to others, and hopefully they'll be kind to you because you deserve it. Peace.